Welcome back to iVillagelive, the show that celebrates you and your talented kids. If you log on to iVillagelive.com right now, you can upload video of your child and whatever they do to entertain the family. Just click right here on Show Us Your Child's Star under Viewer Videos. Let the rest of the world see your little celeb in the making. And now we've got romance in the making.
That's right. Before those little kiddos, we had romance. And we're here with Patrick Wanis, who before the break gave us really a plan of action on how to recreate the marriage romance. But we had to leave too soon. Tell us one more tip that you have that I think is so special.
This is my most favorite, and it's where any couple can do this anytime. Just you can put aside 10 minutes for this, turn everything off, look each other across, eye to eye, holding hands, and you say, "Sissy, the beauty I see in you is your kindness, your patience, your sensitivity, your sense of playfulness, etc., etc." I'm talking about the qualities. You can, if you don't feel comfortable saying the beauty I see in you, say, "Sissy, the reasons I feel blessed to be with you is because of your kindness, your sensitivity, your sense of playfulness, etc., etc." I'm telling you what is special about you. If I spend time doing that, you're going to feel special. And then you can do that back. And it's not tit for tat. It's simply allowing yourself to express from your heart, because that's why you came together.
And I know if a woman hears that, okay, the romance has begun. Does that work in all the different ages, though, when you're married in your 20s and your 30s, 40s, and on up?
Well, what we've been talking about definitely works for any age group, but you're right. Each age group has certain needs, circumstances, and expectations that warrant specific techniques. So here are some tips that I give to revive the romance based on the age group. So if you're in your 20s and 30s, I say focus on fun and physical activities.
With your kids or without your kids?
Just you two. Remember, this is about the couple coming together again.
Okay.
It's about you finding time alone. And here we are in a theme park. I'd say go to a theme park, go to a water park, go hiking, go camping, sleep under the stars, get those rubber tires, those rubber tubes, float down the... Do fun physical stuff where you've still got the energy to do it.
The good thing about that too is that it gives you a conversation starter, because when you're interacting with doing an activity and then with each other,
and you're laughing, you've got to laugh.
Yeah.
You know, fun and a sense of humor is again how to build up that bond and that connection, because you're laughing and playing. So that's really important.
And connecting, like truly connecting.
Yes, laughter is a great way to connect, because you bond and you feel like you know each other again, and you go, oh, this is why we're together, because we're having fun. So that's the 20 to 30s. The next one is the 40 to 50s, and I think a lot of people at home watching the show or on the web will relate to this. Your kids have finished school, either high school or they've finished college. Hopefully they're not still living at home, they're somewhere else.
That's a whole other segment.
Yeah. If they are, talk to me about that. Okay, so now they're gone, guess what? You've got time alone. A lot of couples don't know what to do with themselves at that stage, and that's when a lot of divorces begin, because some couples have stayed together only for the kids. This is the time that I say it's about getting to know each other again.
where do you look for inspiration for these ideas on activities that you might do together?
Anything that's going to give you time alone where you can get to know each other again. That can be dinners, that can be walks, it can be a long drive. Turn off the stereo, don't put on the CD and the radio. Talk to each other again.
Should you look back to when you were younger maybe and what you did in the first place?
Of course you can. Yes, that's a great point. You can go back to some of the activities you did in your early years before you actually had kids. Yeah, well, we used to like doing this. Remember when we used to sit up and talk all night? Every couple's gone through it. Go back to that by finding, be creative, be resourceful, by finding the activities that will allow you to be alone.
This all sounds great and makes sense. But when we're working our daily lives and trying to work that kind of stuff in, how do you do that with the average person?
Again, it's what we said in the first segment. Schedule the time. Now, in your 40s and 50s, kids have gone off to school. This is the time to take a couple of days of your vacation time. In Australia, we call it to wag school. That means to take the day off. All right, so maybe you're going to take the day off. Do it legally. Don't come back to me and say, I told you to.
I got off sick, thanks.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm connected with my husband.
Well, at least you're happy. So now you might have a short weekend, a drive, you know, go to a bed and breakfast. Just be alone. A drive for a couple of hours, go to a bed and breakfast, spend time alone, get to know each other again.
So how about when the now 60s and on up? Sometimes there too, it's so surprising to me, but you sometimes find couples who then, after they've been married 40 and 50 years, divorce because they go through all those struggles together in the most challenging times, and then when it's just them, they find that
it's time to separate. And each circumstance, each situation has its own individual requirements or reasons why they're splitting apart. Maybe they stayed together because they were waiting to be financially independent, and now the husband and the wife are financially independent, and the wife says, I don't need you anymore. Maybe they just stay together for the kids. Maybe now she's got the confidence, or maybe now they look and they say, I've only got X amount of years left, I want to enjoy them. That's some of the reasons. But let's assume that the couple want to revive their romance. They're over 55, they're in their 60s. This is the time to do all the things that you dreamed about doing that you never did. Because you've now got time, you've hopefully got some retirement money, and you've got freedom. No one's telling you what to do. You can do whatever you want. Go and take those tango lessons together. Go on a cruise. When you go on a cruise, it's your chance to meet other couples. Because, a lot of couples at that age complain that they're lonely. This is the time where you do things together, but with other couples.
Before you leave, I have to ask you, you talk to a lot of couples. We all have challenges. In every relationship, there are challenges. The successful couples, the ones that make it, what are their characteristics? What do they have?
First thing is admit you're wrong, apologize, and remind the other person why they're special. Gratitude. Gratitude and forgiveness. Forgive yourself, forgive the other person, express gratitude. Be prepared to say, I'm sorry, I was wrong, I'll make up for it. And don't forget the most important words, I love you.
Small words, big meaning.
For ladies, a lot of ladies won't say this to their guy until he says it. Take away the ego, take away the fear. If you had no fear and no ego, would you say to your husband or your partner, I love you? Yes, you would. So say it now, because when you get to your deathbed, you're going to regret not having said it.
I love that. Patrick Wanis, thanks for being
My
with us
pleasure.
today. So nice.
Patrick, and people in our chat room agree with you on this point. Lucinda in Fort Worth noting about the lingerie, adding a little bit of spice, thinks that perhaps ladies are forgetting about that. And Millennia saying, making a woman feel special, absolutely. If my hubby makes me feel special, it absolutely makes things better. Well, from date night to the family road trip. Up next, how to make that upcoming vacation go a lot more smoothly for the kids, parents, and the pets. Bobo Shack.